Well, for me, it's from a deep spiritual practice. An affirmation constantly of, and discovery and exploration of what it, what I, deeply believe, which is that good is the heart of who we are.
I think a good deal of my strength comes from my ability to see great beauty in nature.
My mother was the force of nature, and she had determination and taught me to have determination and stick to itness, because what else are you gonna do?
I lit myself on fire, and I spent time in the hospital at a very young age. I was fighting. I had to spend long hours being alone, and it was scary and sad. And so I used my imagination to kind of keep me going. And so my strength and the things that I have tons of neurotic fears. I am famous for them. I feel that my imagination and my fighting spirit is kind of like, I'm not gonna let that scare me. I'm gonna figure this out, and it's gonna all be okay.
You can break down and cry and say, woe is me, but eventually the tears dry up and there's nobody reaching out a hand to lift you up. So you get up again and you do it. And the more you do it, it's like, reps, doing push-ups or whatever. The more you do it, the more you can do it. And that's my mom, and then I'm sure she got it from her family.
I'm a pretty self-contained unit in that way. I'm always appreciative of the support that's been there, but it's and the people that I can turn to for questions. But it tends to be more, it comes from that practice. It comes from that sense of being alone with something greater.
You look outside and you see a blade of grass, or you see a rock, or you see an ant, and some people would just say, oh, that's aesthetically beautiful, and it is. But if you know the inner workings, if you know how that animal or that plant came to be on this earth, then there's this whole added level of beauty. And I think that if you look at the world that way, it does give you great strength.